What's up everyone and welcome back. Today, we're settling one of the biggest debates in COD Mobile right now. It's the new kid on the block, the fast-firing, aggressive monster, the RAM-7 versus the super reliable XM4. You see M everywhere, but which one should you actually be using to dominate your lobbies? We're going to break down every single stat from TTK and mobility to recoil and range to give you the definitive answer. Let's get into it. Section 1, damage and time to kill. Alright, let's start with the most important category, how fast these guns can actually put someone down. This is where things get really interesting. First up, fire rate. The RAM-7 fires a shot every 70 milliseconds, while the XM4 fires every 80 milliseconds. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but it means the RAM-7 is firing at roughly 857 rounds per minute, while the XM4 is at a slower 750 RPM. That's a massive difference, and it gives the RAM-7 a huge head start. But it's not that simple. Let's look at damage. The XM4 hits harder, dealing 28 damage per shot up close, compared to the RAM-7's 25. So, let's do the math and find the actual time to kill, or TTK. In close quarters, we're talking anything up to about 11 meters both guns need for shots to kill. Because the RAM-7 shoots faster, its 4-shot TTK is a blistering 210 milliseconds. The XM4, being a bit slower, clocks in at 240 milliseconds. In a face-to-face gunfight, that 30 millisecond advantage for the RAM-7 is the difference between winning and losing. Point blank, the RAM-7 is the undeniable king. But what happens when you step back? This is where the entire fight changes. Once you go past 12 meters, the RAM-7's damage drops off to 23. Now, it needs 5 shots to kill. Its TTK jumps all the way up to 280 milliseconds. Meanwhile, the XM4 holds its 28 damage all the way out to 21 meters, keeping its TTK at a consistent 240 milliseconds. So what does this mean? It's simple. For aggressive rushers who fight up close, the RAM-7 has the clear advantage. But for anyone holding angles or fighting at mid-range, the XM4 is significantly more consistent and will win the gunfight. Category winner, a tie, RAM-7 for close range, XM4 for mid-range. Section 2, mobility and handling. Okay, so the TTK is situational. But what about how the guns feel in your hands? This is where we see a huge separation. Let's look at the numbers. Aiming time, our RAM-7 is faster. Sprint to fire time? Our RAM-7 is way faster at 145 milliseconds versus the XM4's sluggish 182 milliseconds. Movement speed, sprint speed, and even aiming movement speed, the RAM-7 wins across the board. This isn't even a competition, you guys. The RAM-7 is built like an SMG in an assault rifle's body. It allows you to be incredibly aggressive, challenge corners faster, and win fights before your opponent can even get their gun up. The XM4 feels much heavier and more traditional in comparison. If you are a player who relies on movement to outplay your opponents, the choice is obvious. Category winner, RAM-7 by a landslide. Section 3, recoil, accuracy, and usability. So the RAM-7 is faster and more mobile. But can you actually hit your shots with it? Let's talk about recoil. The XM4 is an absolute laser beam. As you can see from the recoil pattern, it has very calm, predictable, and mostly vertical recoil. It is incredibly easy to control, even without attachments. This makes it a perfect weapon for beaming players across the map. The RAM-7, on the other hand, well, it kicks a bit more. Because it shoots so fast, the recoil can feel a little jumpy, especially with that initial horizontal kick. It's definitely manageable, but it requires more skill to control at longer ranges compared to the XM4. If you miss a single shot in that 5-shot kill range, your TTK goes down the drain. And we have to mention reload speed. While the base guns are similar, the RAM-7 with its popular 50-round mag attachment reloads in a mind-blowing 1.68 seconds when empty. The XM4 is significantly slower. That means a RAM-7 user can get back into the fight much faster. But for overall ease of use and long-range beaming potential, the winner has to be the XM4. Category winner XM4 for its user-friendly accuracy and consistency, RAM-7 for usability. It's a tie. The final verdict, which gun is for you? So after all that, which gun comes out on top? Honestly, it completely depends on your playstyle. There is no single better gun here, just the better gun for you. You should choose the RAM-7 if you are an aggressive player. You love to rush, push objectives, and take fights up close. Your movement is your greatest weapon, and you need a gun that can keep up. You have the skill to control its recoil and hit your first few shots. You should choose the XM4 if you are a more versatile and tactical player. You hold angles, lock down lanes, and need a weapon that is reliable at any range. You value consistency and ease of use over raw speed. You want a gun you can trust to win fights from 10 meters all the way to 30 meters without a second thought. My personal pick? For respawn modes where I'm constantly pushing, I'll take the RAM-7, but for search and destroy or holding down a hardpoint, I'm sticking with the XM4. Pro loadouts and tips for a RAM-7 rush setup. Try this combination. Tactical suppressor for stealth, Forge Tac Eclipse barrel for range and stability, XRK Ultralight hollow for recoil and stability, the 50-round reload mag, and granulated grip tape for bullet spread accuracy. Pair that with an aggressive playstyle, slide into fights, pre-aim corners, and abuse that fast ADS to win first shot advantage. For a balanced XM4 setup, go with the agency suppressor for silence and control, a reinforcement barrel to extend damage and consistency, SAS combat stock or tactical stock for better movement and strafe speed, serpent wrap grip for better mobility, and a 45-round mag. XM4 rewards patience, fire in bursts, aim high chest, and hold lanes with confidence. And that's the breakdown. I hope this helped you guys decide which of these amazing ARs to main next. Which one are you picking? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, a like and subscribe would be awesome. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.